that was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. Jahan Dotson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Elliott good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A first carry for Rachaad White. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the...
And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On the return, Trey Palmer. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They declined it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here. Baker going to give it to Irving. Just a pickup of a yard there. That won't help too much. They're left with a 3rd and forever now. A run up the middle with Irving. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you.
And now here is another interception. And the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Inside the 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th. And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw here's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Yaya Diaby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And now here is another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now here is another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
What impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the fourth quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
Well, a touchdown